Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and in this video we are going to talk about Patagonia, and that is because Outrider just did an article, Is Patagonia's Business Model the Future of Philanthropy? And let's hope not. I mean, look at that nice little storefront there. It looks so nice. And Patagonia, oh my God, their CEO in September of 2022, founder and CEO, YVON, Yvon, Chouinard. I'm not sure how he says that, but he said Earth is our only shareholder, and they are going to put the value of their non-voting stock valued at approximately 3 billion to fight climate change. Okay, well, what's so funny about that? Well, if you've been around here before, you know that's because since December 12th, 2018, Patagonia, who I got to Mary Martin in the office of the president and CEO, and she told me I got a phone call through to her. You don't get through to these offices, okay? But I did. And she said she can't promise anything, but she's going to review my work and get it in the right hands. And what work was that? Well, it was that Patagonia could use its voice and its voice, its influence, maybe its donation dollars to get the light years best environmental education and agenda implemented. And, maybe make their clothes out of hemp, maybe do a lot better on their packaging and their transportation packaging. And, their voice could help end our disposable societies. It would get stadium concessions to convert. It would get people to be doing a lot more responsible things than thinking that all they have to do is give to some company who then is going to give its profits. Profits meaning the money they overcharged customers so that then they can give and act like they're good people. No, you know what? Why don't you just charge enough? And if you have money to give away as a company, then you've charged too much money. Just let your customers keep that money, and then they can spend their money on whatever they decide to. Okay, especially when a big part of the problem is that Patagonia does not spend that money wisely. Right here, this is Protect Our Winters. And right now, Patagonia is a 25,000 or plus partner. The next category starts at 50,000. So Patagonia is down here giving 25 plus up to 49.9 a donation to an organization that I have made Patagonia aware is absolutely as proud as Patagonia and every other environmental voice to keep the solutions the world needs from the world and not being implemented. And Patagonia used to be, they used to give Not Protecting Our Winters $150,000. Now, I put that this was before January 20 of 22, because when I checked on figures and took a screenshot of in January of 2022, Patagonia had reduced it to 25,000 from 150. But the problem with that is Patagonia knowing that Not Protecting Our Winters works against the cause. I mean, so doesn't Patagonia, and they still present themselves as a savior. They give, not only are they wasting the money that they have overcharged their customers, but they're encouraging individuals to give to this Not Protecting Our Winners, who I've done videos about. I can't even call their number. It just automatically hangs up on me because I kept calling, reminding them what frauds they are. And they're such babies. They're such snowflakes over there. Okay. But Patagonia is encouraging people to be robbed in their own donation giving. So that's a problem. And I've told Patagonia they need to stop that. And they haven't really. They've just reduced their influence of that, but they haven't stopped it. And, this article, oh God, it just makes Patagonia sound like they just care so much. And they say that if we could do the right thing while making enough money to pay the bills, we could influence customers and other businesses and maybe change the system along the way. See, the way to influence your customers and other businesses is to lead in your own company. And Patagonia isn't doing that. They could be. They could be environmentally educating you. They could really be improving on their distribution and their packaging and their transportation packaging. Why aren't they utilizing hemp? I bet you it could be utilized. Uh, why aren't they encouraging people from their own company to be the solution individuals need to be? Okay, instead, they think that by giving to others, especially when they're giving to others that are preventing solutions, they're not doing any good. And they're not changing the system. They're just going along with the system. They are just having the system that hasn't produced results in 5 decades to keep chugging along. But that's not the way Patagonia says it. Patagonia's example has inspired several new so-called profit for good companies and social entrepreneurs who hope to do good business that's also good for the planet. And they talk about the giving store. 100% of the net profits go into the coffers of global charities rather than the pockets of corporate shareholders. I could not find anything about the giving store. It launched in autumn of 2022. And but down here, the company that runs the Giving Store is the Consumer Power Initiative, and Bradley West is the founder and CEO. And here's Bradley, and right here it says, imagine if a significant portion of what was going to be the least of us. Okay, I read that wrong. Imagine if a significant portion of that was going to the least of us to projects for justice. Okay, so here we are. We're not talking environment, we're talking justice. And he's really excited for the world that we could make. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Justice, because I thought we were talking about the environment. And then down here, they talk about BOAS, which is part of the Consumer Power Initiative. And the thing that they promote about that company is that um, in the online shopping cart, before the prompt to enter payment information, a message appears. Do you need all of this? The automatic message reads, feel free to cut from your cart and abandon it altogether. We're happy to have you back when you really need something. And they write, it's a moment of mindfulness that may mean a lost sale, but might also create a healthier, more sustainable world. And yeah, okay. Well, that's interesting. And the interesting thing about that is if you go to Patagonia checkout, now let's do this here. Okay, so this is just pretend checkout. That is not my address. That is not my phone number. But right here, yeah, let's put users entered. They verify that is not valid. But right here, we are right up to continue to payment and nothing, nothing about saying to me, do you really need this? Okay. Again, what are we talking about here? Leadership by example. Patagonia is pretending like they care, partnering with people, and promoting that those companies will say to you, do you really need this? But then, right here, do you need all of this? But when you're right here at the last page of Patagonia's checkout, funny, Patagonia doesn't care if you really need that or not. Okay. Okay. So now these since December 12th, 2018, these are all of the emails that Mary at Patagonia has gotten from me. Okay. So we can see it's truly quite a few. Okay. And Patagonia is still refusing solutions, which is right now why we're going to email Patty again, Mary again. And I say, how about we pass by Patagonia CEO, president, owner, and his children who run the company, the real environmental solutions the world needs that would do massive, immediate global betterment. Again, Patagonia's voice would get the light years best environmental solutions implemented immediately. This is what Patagonia has prevented for years. And there's the agenda. I say if Patagonia can't see the need for and benefit of this, Patagonia just needs to stop pretending they care about the environment. And then I talk about how they reduce their contributions to not protecting our winters. But I tell them that it needs to end because that they are working against the cause and encouraging people to be robbed blind by donating to an organization that prevents solutions, works against the cause. And I say I'm doing about a video about this tonight. And I say it's essential that Patagonia president, CEO, owners, and owners' children who run the company be reminded they are preventing the light years best environmental solutions the world needs. Then Patagonia needs to accurately convey their true environmental concern and action to their audience and let people know why they are no longer supporting the works against environmental solutions not protecting our winters. And, I'm saying I tell them I'm available to get to work and we're going to send this message here. And there we go right now. That was sent. So we will see. Patagonia, they are out here all the time. They have a page about their activism and Act Now and their campaigns, and oh my God, they care so much. They care so much. If you're not doom scrolling the climate crisis, know that it doesn't have to be this way. You can get involved with grassroots groups working in regenerative agriculture, renewable resources, or conservation to meet the climate crisis head on. Don't give in, give back, and find a group today. Okay? You know who's not there? The environmental educator that would actually finally start producing positive results instead of Mickey Mousing around with the does nothing, basically achieves nothing of value. And if they do achieve value, it is a small gazillionth of a fraction of what Patagonia is preventing. But here they are proclaiming, oh my God, we care so much. We've all heard it. Okay. We're in business to save our home planet. No, they're not. Okay. But, right here's their pretending like they care. And then here's their actual unknown to the world position on the environment, which is they don't care since December 12th, 2018. So stay tuned, people.